Welcome, my fellow seekers, especially those who carry the fire and pride of Leo in your chart. Whether you've roared with us before or you're just stumbling into this den of cosmic insight for the first time. This is Golden Fortune Leo, where we don't just read the stars, we translate them into strategy, soul work, and the occasional mic drop from the universe. And if you think it's coincidence that you landed here, think again. In the grand orchestration of the cosmos, you, dear Leo, are part of a much larger awakening. You're not just another sign in the Zodiac. You're one of the chosen ones, stepping fully into your power in what I call the Year of Triumph 2025, a year that's less about playing it safe and more about playing it loud, bold, and gloriously off-script. Now let's talk about what's stirring in the heavens. On May 27th, we're experiencing an astrological power move, Mercury in Gemini conjunct Pluto in Aquarius. If that sounds intense, it's because it is. Think of it as the universe clearing its throat, getting ready to deliver a truth bomb through you. This alignment activates your throat chakra, so if you've been biting your tongue, playing nice to keep the peace, or stuffing down what your soul's been dying to scream, guess what? The cosmic dam is cracking. This isn't just communication, it's karmic recalibration. It's speaking not to be heard, but to be felt across lifetimes. And yes, even if your voice trembles, even if your inner critic wants you to sit this one out, speak anyway. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to tell the truth. You see, Leos weren't made for whispering. You were made for roaring with purpose. And in this rare moment, the universe isn't asking you to step up, it's demanding it. You're the sign that builds legacies through creativity, leadership, and that wildly magnetic presence. But even kings and queens need to know when to pause, recalibrate, and realign with their divine mission. And that's what this reading from Sacred Knowledge Tarot reminded us. From the past, present, future possibility oracle to the appearance of the Hermit and Strength cards, Spirit is laying down a challenge. Will you keep playing checkers in a game of cosmic chess? Or will you own your next move like the soul strategist you were born to be? Because let's be honest, if life feels chaotic right now, it's not a mistake. It's the prelude to the breakthrough. And Leo, the universe didn't pick you for this chapter because you're quiet and agreeable. It chose you because when the world needs light, it turns to the sun. So rise, speak, and shake the sky. Now let's dive into the heart of the reading, where the cards came through not just as symbols, but as spiritual signposts. When the Hermit, Strength, and Three of Wands show up in a Leo reading, it's not just a casual spread. It's Spirit pulling out a megaphone, pointing it directly at your solar plexus, and saying, "Hey, it's time." Let's start with the Hermit. Now, before you roll your eyes and think, "Great, another card telling me to go off-grid and grow a beard in a cave," hear me out. The Hermit isn't about isolation, it's about illumination. It's a sacred pause, a quiet detour from the noise of everyone else's opinions, TikTok wisdom, and unsolicited life advice from your neighbor's cat. This card is your cosmic permission slip to step back and recalibrate, not because you're lost, but because your inner compass is fine-tuning itself for the next phase. You're not hiding. You're charging. Then enters the Strength card, Leo's celestial mirror. This isn't brute force. This is the kind of power that doesn't raise its voice, but still silences the room. Think emotional mastery, heart-led courage, the ability to hold your center when the world tries to knock you off it. In astrology, Strength is your signature move. So if life feels a little rocky, that's because you're being asked to activate your signature essence, not with prideful roar, but with soulful resilience. And finally, we have the Three of Wands, the visionary card. Something big is forming just beyond the horizon. You can feel it, can't you? That subtle hum of something's coming. But here's the rub, you can't rush a masterpiece. And Leo, you are the masterpiece in progress. If you're in a phase that feels slow, still, or frustratingly uncertain, that's not stagnation. That's incubation. Trust the process. Now, let's talk about energy. Your energy. This section of the reading screamed one thing: boundaries. And not the kind you scribble on a sticky note and forget in your kitchen. I'm talking about real, soul-saving boundaries. You're the bouncer at the door of your own vibration. Just because someone shows up smiling with a namaste and a dream catcher doesn't mean they get VIP access to your peace. Protect your frequency like it's the last latte on earth. Meditate. Hydrate. Hibernate. Whatever it takes to stay rooted in your clarity. And one more layer to this moment. 2025 is a 9-year in numerology. The theme? Completion, karmic closure, sacred endings. Think of it like cosmic graduation. No, you're not being punished. You're being promoted. But like every good promotion, there's an evaluation period. And trust me, spirit's watching, clipboard in hand. So take notes, Leo. The test isn't coming, it's already in session. Let's talk about one of the most underrated superpowers in your Leo toolkit, the present moment. Now, I know your mind is probably a full-blown stage production at any given time, with yesterday's regrets playing in one corner and tomorrow's what-ifs holding rehearsals in another. But Spirit is gently, or not so gently, reminding you, the only place your magic actually works is right here, right now. Not in last week's drama, not in your overthought 3-year plan, and definitely not in that hypothetical conversation you've rehearsed with your ex for the 47th time. Just breathe. The present moment is not some dull waiting room between your past and future. It's where the miracles get delivered. If you feel like life's been on pause, it might just be because you've been too busy multitasking your magic to actually witness it unfold. Now let's get to the real juice of this reading. Your voice. Spirit's not playing around anymore. It's time to say the thing. Yes, that thing. The one you've been sitting on, smoothing over, or stuffing into your spiritual sock drawer labeled "Not Today." Whether you've been avoiding confrontation or trying to keep the peace by staying quiet, let me lovingly tell you, that isn't peacekeeping, it's potential ghosting. And Leo, you're not built for the sidelines. You're not here to whisper your way through life. You're here to roar with love. Not out of ego, but out of alignment. Your truth has weight, wisdom, and timing. So speak it, and not with a megaphone of rage, but with the frequency of clarity and compassion. That's when it lands. That's when it transforms. And if you've been feeling like your emotional life resembles an Olympic match of psychic ping pong, you're not alone. You serve a thought, someone else smashes back a projection, and suddenly you're trapped in a rally you didn't sign up for. That's not spiritual growth, that's energetic burnout. Step off the court. Breathe. Reclaim your inner stillness. Because beneath all that noise, something wild and wondrous is stirring inside you, creative breakthrough. And when it erupts, it won't be neat. It'll be messy, loud, possibly involve glitter or spontaneous redecorating. But it will be you in your fullest, fiercest, freest form. So go ahead. Make a little chaos. Just make sure it's the kind that sets you free. Right now, Leo, you are in what I call a quantum chrysalis, a rare moment in life where past, present, and future begin folding into each other like layers of spiritual origami. It's strange, isn't it? That the things you used to run from, the fears that once paralyzed you, are now the very energies shaping who you're becoming. This isn't your garden variety positive thinking manifestation moment. This is metamorphosis, raw, real, and slightly weird. 1 minute you're processing childhood wounds, and the next you're channeling a 5-year plan through your higher self like some kind of cosmic project manager. You're not crazy. You're just evolving. And yes, it's uncomfortable. That's what happens when your soul outgrows its old wardrobe. Now, let's talk about energy specifically, how you're spending it. Too many Leos, and humans in general, are out here energy leaking into chaos. Drama, distractions, doom scrolling, none of these are nutritional. Your spirit is hungry for joy, not junk. So let's get practical, start treating joy like rent. Pay it first. Pay it regularly. And protect it like it's the only thing keeping the lights on, because spiritually, it kind of is. One flame can light 1,000 others and never burn out. So be the flame. Not the wildfire, not the flicker, just the steady, sovereign light that knows its purpose and stays lit anyway. Then comes a quiet, crystalline moment in this reading, the Grace card. This is the sacred art of navigating life without needing to shout. Grace is power without force. It's knowing you don't need to win every argument because your energy is too valuable to waste on what's beneath your frequency. Drama? That's a Wi-Fi signal you no longer subscribe to. Gossip? Outdated software. And yes, there may be a twin flame pinging your spiritual radar, but only if they've evolved past karmic reruns. If they're still showing up with chaotic energy wrapped in attractive packaging, kindly return to sender. Grace means saying yes to alignment and no to soul glitter bombs. So take this moment, Leo. Breathe. Choose presence. Be fire, but be wise fire. The world doesn't need more noise, it needs your light. As we approach the final stretch of this reading, we were gifted with the appearance of angel number 00, and no, that's not a typo or a glitch in the matrix. In fact, it's the spiritual equivalent of getting a blank canvas and a golden paintbrush from the universe. 0 doesn't mean nothing, it means infinite. It's a cosmic reset button wrapped in divine potential. You're not just standing at a crossroads here, Leo, you're laying down bricks on a road that's never existed before. And guess what? You're both the architect and the traveler. It's not just about choosing the right path anymore. It's about listening to your gut, the original GPS system, long before Google Maps made us second-guess our own instincts. If something brings you peace, that's your yes. If it stirs up confusion, doubt, or digestive distress, that's probably your soul politely declining. Now, as Rhea closes out the session, she does so with grace, humility, and the kind of warm gratitude that makes you feel like you've just shared a pot of herbal tea with an old friend who reads Akashic records on the weekend. She reminds us to like, comment, subscribe, the usual YouTube rites of passage, but the deeper invitation here is to pause and reflect. Because let's be honest, there's a lot of noise out there. TikToks telling you to cut off your ex, podcasts advising you to manifest a mansion with moon water, and aunties reminding you you're not getting any younger. But in this space, you're being called to return to stillness, to reflect, to recalibrate. Not because something's wrong with you, but because something much greater is beginning through you. So take a breath, Leo. Step into your role as both dreamer and doer. You're not waiting for the road to appear anymore, you're rebuilding it. And this time, you're paving it in gold. And now, dear Leo, let's land this cosmic plane with something you already know deep in your heart but may need to hear again, loud and clear. You're not going through a personality shift, you're undergoing a soul upgrade. In this year of triumph 2025, your transformation isn't just some new moon resolution or fleeting glow up. It's full-on cosmic reconstruction, you're being recoded at a frequency that most people can't even detect, let alone understand. And that's okay. You're not meant to fit into old stories. You're meant to rewrite them. You, Leo, are one of the chosen ones. Not because it looks good on a hoodie or because you've got a flair for drama, though you absolutely do, but because your presence alone shifts energy. You walk into a room and the molecules rearrange. You bring warmth, fire, vision, and somehow still manage to radiate I run the kingdom and cuddle kittens energy. That's power with heart. That's sacred Leo frequency. So here's the final invitation, speak boldly. Love wildly. Rest unapologetically. And whatever you do, don't you dare dim your light just because someone else forgot their sunglasses. Let your joy be contagious. Let your boundaries be holy. Let your laughter echo louder than fear. And hey, if this message stirred something in you, if you feel your roar returning, or even if you're just vibing with this space, like, share, and subscribe to Golden Fortune Leo. This isn't just a channel. It's a pride. A sanctuary. A launch pad for the lion-hearted. Now go out there, shine like the solar royalty you are, and don't forget to enjoy your life while you're at it. After all, being divine doesn't mean you can't also be delightfully human.